for the same medications as the vet, but for less, with fast free shipping. Visit petmeds.com today.
So earlier, I told you I had an announcement, and I do. It's been really, really great. This is the last night that we'll be CNN Tonight with Don Lemon. So I appreciate all the years of CNN Tonight with Don Lemon, but changes are coming, and I will fill you in. But until then, I'm very proud of my CNN special about Marvin Gaye's groundbreaking album, What's Going On. What's Going On, Marvin Gaye's Anthem for the Ages, starts right now.
The following is a CNN special.
Wait a minute, man. Let me count it off first.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying.
Marvin touched the souls of millions and millions of people.
Whoa. Oh, mercy, mercy me. No, no. Where did all the moon stars go?
This was revolutionary.
$50 later, it's all happening today.
You can see.
Later, it's all happening today.
You can see.
No one listened to the words on this album.
What's going on is prophecy, man.
I'll tell you what's going on. Right on. Right on.
Hi, I'm Don Lemon. This album right here, soundtrack of my childhood. I still remember my mom cranking up the radio on our station wagon with the wood panel sides when What's Going On came on. Marvin Gaye's record went platinum, and Rolling Stone called this the greatest album of all time. And a half century later, Marvin Gaye's music still going strong. It still resonates as the nation struggles with racism and inequality. So it made me wonder how and why this one album could still be saying so much to so many people after 50 years.
My father is a minister, and he's always been a minister, so I recall singing a lot in the church as a child. My music, I think, reflects my ethnic upbringing, fortunately, I
knew him before he was Marvin, yeah. He was just my brother. And we hung out almost every day. Marvin originally, man, wanted to be the black Frank Sinatra. That's how he wanted to sing. He didn't want to sing rock or R&B or anything like that, you know.
You're gonna be my bride.
His introduction to the music world as a singer was in a vocal group, the Moonglow.
I'm in love. I'm in love.
So he came out of the vocal group tradition, the doo-wop tradition of the 50s.
He was schooled in the most kind of strenuous and exacting school of soul singing.
My mama Lucci, she's a brand new coochie.
We had incredible ears and had this kind of genius for harmony. He could sing all the parts. Marvin joins Motown, which is kind of a challenging thing. Producers were in charge. And Marvin didn't like anybody to be in charge of him. He had this acrimonious relationship with his own father, who was an authoritarian figure. So Marvin and Motown was somewhat tumultuous from the beginning.
We're in Northwest Detroit. Many of the Motown artists and the Funk Brothers, the session musicians, they all live pretty much in the same neighborhood.
we all hung out with each other. We went to each other's homes. Let me tell you something. There's a thing, and it's not mythical, you know, a lot of people think it is, called the Motown family. That's exactly what it is.
You guys signed in Motown the same year, 1961.
I was 11, going on 12, but like everyone over 13, they saw themselves as being my parents. You can't have no more candy. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Forget about it. And Marvin was more like, you know, he had a smooth, you know, kind voice. He said, hey, you know, you play drums, but you need to, you know, hold the drumstick this way. So, oh, thank you.
We always say in Detroit, we build things. The Motown concept for making records was really sort of borrowed by that assembly line concept that Henry Ford popularized in the 19-teens. Berry Gordy really sort of emulated that concept. They would be recording at Hitsville, USA, 24 hours of the day.
Berry was looking for a studio in Detroit at that time, and he saw this house that had a garage attached to the back of it, which became the studio.
The studio was about 55 feet long and about 47 feet wide. Small place. And we were all in one room. And we could see each other's face. It was something about that magic of looking in a person's eyes when he's doing a pickup.
We had the Funk Brothers, who were some of the best musicians ever.
It was a mecca. Everybody in Detroit could sing. I never seen anything like it.
The competition level was super high. He very easily could have not hit it. He was a decent drummer and musician. He might have ended up being a studio musician.
He started to be my drummer with the Miracles in Me, going on the road playing drums. He had started writing Stubborn Kind of Fella, and he was singing it Frank Sinatra, one of those kind of ways, you know. That was when he became Marvin Gaye.
You have a love and a reverence and a connection to Marvin Gaye that goes back to your entire life.
Yeah.
So, at least since high school.
I mean, but even before this album, Tammy Terrell.
Oh my God.
Marvin Gaye.
Your Precious Love.
There's another one, Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
A lot of people feel because of the albums they made that they were lovers. They never were lovers. The fact that Tammy collapsed in his arms on stage, she passed away, and that tore him up.
For a while, he didn't want to record with any of the girls ever again. He felt guilty about it, like it was his fault.
The death of Tammy Terrell, tragic. And I don't think Marvin ever got over that.
It leads up to Marvin's late 1960s, very intense adolescent depression. He didn't want to continue to be produced by other producers.
I think it was around 1969 and 1970, about that period at Motown Records, when I stopped thinking so much about my erotic fantasies, and I started to think about the war in Vietnam. My brother to tell me, respond with some pretty horrible stories.
Also, if you're living in Detroit in 1968, 69, 70, you're seeing the turmoil on the streets.
The country was full of turmoil, the country was full of fear, the country was full of anger.
A black person was killed in LA. That started the Watch Riot.
He withdrew.
We didn't hear from Marvin, didn't make any appearances, didn't come out.
Everything with the war, everything he was facing with the racism. I don't know that I can continue without talking about what's going on.
That is more poignant today, right now, in 2021 than it was when it came out. It's prophecy.
Mother, 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 there's too many of you crying.
How did the Republican Party
This is America, 1,000 points of light.
go from this
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
to this? Exploiting religion,
This war is for the soul of America.
suppressing votes.
Millions removed from the voter rolls.
CNN's Fareed Zakaria explores
Our country will be destroyed.
a radical rebellion, the transformation of the GOP, Sunday at 8.
The bowls are back. Applebee's Irresistibles, all just $8.99.
Ugh! Get out of here, Mouse! Ugh.
Don't flex your pecs. Terminex.
Tattooed Chef.
Struggling to manage my type 2 diabetes was knocking me out of my zone, but lowering my A1C with once weekly Ozempic helped me get back in it. My zone, lowering my A1C and losing some weight. Now, back to the show.
Ozempic is proven to lower A1C. Most people who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. And you may lose weight. Adults lost on average up to 12 pounds. Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer, or if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic helped me get in my type 2 diabetes zone. Ask your healthcare provider how it can help you get in yours.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 3-month prescription.
Let's make lots of money. You got the brain, I've got the brains. Let's make lots of Oh, there's a world of opportunities.
With Allstate, drivers who switched saved over $700. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Allstate. Click or call to switch today.
The Subaru Forester. Dog tested, dog approved.
What's happening? Brother, what's up? This is a big party, man. I can dig it. Solid. Right on.
Do you remember where you were when you first heard the album?
Yeah, I was probably at his house. But see, I heard it in the making. I heard it from conception.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
He was in exile when he made the album. He hadn't been seen or heard from for a pretty long time. And then all of a sudden, it came to him and he said he just felt like writing.
O.B. Benson of the Four Tops sees a riot, basically, a police brutality attack in the Bay Area when he's on tour with the Four Tops. And he writes some lyrics down about what's going on in the world. He comes back to Detroit.
He said, man, I'm gonna go drop my stuff off and I'm gonna go by Marvin's house. He said, I got this kind of song in my head, and it sounded like Marvin could sing it. So they started plinking around with it, and he and Marvin was at the piano.
So Marvin said, well, let me change some of the lyrics. Marvin had a real unique way of transferring his everyday experiences into songs.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying.
There were riots happening all over the country. Every one of these things was sparked by instances of police overreaction.
I sort of saw the country headed for modern-day civil war, in a sense. I was quite alarmed, and in any event, it caused me to look at society, and something happened with me during that period, and I felt a strong urge to write music and to write lyrics that would touch the souls of men.
I loved that he was not just a great musician, but he was well-read. I liked that he loved history.
It was so subtle how he got the message into your mind and into your psyche.
I want to know what's going on, baby.
It wasn't accusatory of anyone. It wasn't preachy.
He believed that the listener was smart enough to come up with their own conclusions. How do I feel about this? As opposed to pick a lane, pick a side.
He would be writing, and he would sit at the piano, he'd say, Smoke, God is writing this album.
Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. Oh, it's not the answer, for only love can conquer.
War is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate.
He's speaking to God on one level, but he's speaking to the fathers of our country, the leadership of our country, to deal with the Vietnam War, but also to deal with the everyday brutality.
Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way.
I know he was going through the pain and the agony of my youngest brother, Reggie, who was in Vietnam at the time.
He takes us from Vietnam back to the United States to see what's going on.
What was going on in the community, the ghetto, injustice, the war.
He makes you hear the lyrics, which are very important and potent, but then he tricks you into listening to them with his music by making you move and feel and hypnotizing you.
He found techniques of using his voice as an instrument. He had done 2 different lead vocals for the record because he was going to see which one he wanted to use. The engineer in mixing it mixed the 2 voices together by accident. That accident becomes the turning point because, he listens to the interplay of his own voice.
He was the first person that I knew of that sang background for himself.
He was stacking vocals in a way that we hadn't heard before.
That was Marvin's debut as a producer.
Can you play your part?
Can I play it?
Yeah, on What's Going On. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying.
All of that music has a jazzy, almost improvisational groove that runs through it. It has the professionalism of a Motown record without the formula.
They put it out and it sold. The single sold like crazy.
It was an immediate pop hit. It crossed over. He hit the cultural zeitgeist right on the head.
Boys head, when will it end? When will people start getting together again?
It was easy for him to come up with his usual Marvin Gaye love songs. He had to do something different. He shook it up, and that's what made him brilliant.
Punish me with brutality.
don't punish me with brutality. That's Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely.
It's become legendary, and that it's been really a soundtrack, you know, to our lives and to our fight and to our triumph and our struggle.
When you think about all the senseless killings, when they break the girl's door killings, when they break the girl's door down, we're losing people that we love for no reason at all.
Hey man, I just don't understand what's going on across this land.
When Marvin's writing these records, this is the George Floyds of that era that were inspiring it.
Now I'm back on the scene. What's happening, brother?
Why do you think it's still relevant today, 50 years later?
Because shit is still happening the same way. Just to be honest with you, just to be frank and not Stevie for a minute. Things are still happening the same way.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
This is what he feels like, the ghetto, the churches. This is how I feel right now. And I also see how you feel. I want to talk about you.
You're unbelievable.
Applebee's Irresistibles are back. Dig in for just $8.99.
Each of us has a different story, but this family isn't about where you come from. It's about where you're going. We might not recognize each other walking down the street, but driving down it, we recognize in each other the same spirit of adventure. There's only one family and one community, quite like ours. Jeep, there's only one.
Get 0% financing for 72 months on select 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. Plus, get 3 years no-cost maintenance with the Jeep Wave program.
So what's going on?
I'm a talking dog.
The other issue?
Oh, I'm scratching like crazy.
You've got some allergic itch with skin inflammation. Apoquel can work on that itch in as little as 4 hours, whether it's a new or chronic problem. And Apoquel's treated over 9 million dogs.
Nice. And the talking dog thing?
Is it bothering you?
No, itching like a dog is bothering me.
Until dogs can speak for themselves, you have to. When allergic itch is a problem, ask for Apoquel. Apoquel is for the control of itch associated with allergic dermatitis and the control of atopic dermatitis in dogs. Do not use Apoquel in dogs less than 12 months old or those with serious infections. Apoquel may increase the chances of developing serious infections and may cause existing parasitic skin infestations or pre-existing cancers to worsen. New neoplasias were observed in clinical studies and post-approval. Most common side effects are vomiting and diarrhea. Feeling better?
I'm speechless. Thanks for the Apoquel.
Oh, that's what friends are for. Ask your veterinarian for Apoquel. Next to you, Apoquel is a dog's best friend.
Experience matters. For over 145 years, more families trust ADT for timeless protection and 24/7 peace of mind. ADT, real protection.
A virus can get from one corner of the world to the other side in less than 24 hours.
When COVID-19 took over the globe, 5 heroic teams raced against time.
We wanted to go just as fast as we could
to give the world a shot.
There was never any guarantee that we were going to be successful, but we had to try.
Race for the Vaccine, a new CNN film, premieres tomorrow at 9, only on CNN.
You listened, they charted.
Thank you, Billboard!
Only Billboard has all the year's top-selling artists.
What a time to be Latino.
And only Billboard is honoring Pink at this year's live performance event.
Let's do this!
Nick Jonas hosts the Billboard Music Awards live, Sunday, May 23rd on NBC. And Xfinity gives you access to the best of the BBMAs. Just say Billboard Music Awards into your voice remote and get ready for the show.
I tried a laxative that's both gentle and fast.
Great tasting Dulcolax Soft Chews works naturally with the water in your body in as little as 30 minutes. puts you comfortably in control. Dalcalac Soft Chews.
A radical rebellion. The transformation of the GOP. Sunday at 8.
Detroit is a tale of two cities. You only have to go 2 or 3 or 4 blocks and find solid middle-class neighborhoods, and then find abject poverty.
Spend it all, I have not.
This was the inspiration for Marvin Gaye's What's Going On.
Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life.
What's Going On was made first. It was this kind of jewel. And then Barry goes back to Marvin and says, can you deliver a full album?
It was what the industry began to call concept albums. What's Going On dealt with a central theme, and every track on the album added onto that theme.
We just went from one song to the other. He had all of those songs together, man.
He wanted it to all come together and meld together. He put together that theme and created a universe.
Makes you wanna holler, throw up both your hands. Ooh, makes you wanna holler, throw up both hands. Ooh, this ain't, yeah, this ain't living. No, 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 no. The groove on that record is crazy. I could put Inner City Blues on right now, get in a car and drive through any hood in America, and that record still bangs, and it describes what I'm seeing.
You're driving through Kansas in the middle of nowhere, and then you put that song on, and buildings start coming up out of nowhere.
Some songs are cinematic. Inner City Blues is a movie.
These are experiences. This is what he feels like. The ghetto, the churches, poverty, and the miscommunication of understanding racism. This is how I feel right now, and I want you to understand how I feel. And I also see how you feel. I want to talk about you.
We all need to cry out. And Marvin does cry out in this album. But his cries are reconstructed in ways that are irresistibly beautiful.
Save the world, save the world, save the babies, save the kids, save the children, yeah.
Save the children. Who really cares who's willing to die to save a world that is destined to die? I mean, that was an emotional plea for children.
That's one of the high points of the album. And how he sings, who really cares? This almost angelic looking down. This almost angelic looking down and trying to figure out what is a solution.
Who really cares?
I'm crying out for you to listen to me. This is more important than writing about I love you, but in a different way.
One of the things about Detroit is there's almost a church on every street corner.
This album that begins in a party winds up in church. So it's unapologetically spiritual.
Who goes into gospel on an album that's supposed to be soul, and he starts singing Holy, Holy?
He's a church boy.
Get together.
It's about bringing people together and a sense of unity.
It sounds beautiful. It feels beautiful. But most importantly, it continues to heal.
We should believe in one another.
It was a message that God wanted him to relay to mankind.
Whoa. Oh, mercy, mercy me.
I've never heard anyone really speak about the environment in soul music.
So for me, it was even beyond the people. It was about the planet.
Oil wasted on the oceans and upon our seas, fish full of mercury.
Oh, mercy, mercy me.
I think you can get that now.
All things ain't what they used to be.
Mercy, Mercy Me's got one of the baddest grooves on the album. I'm not sure in 1971 people wanted to hear that we were burning up the planet and we were polluting the oceans. But he got the message across by grooving it up so craftily until you want to hear it over and over and over again.
Oh, mercy, mercy me.
All things ain't what they used to be. Oh, it was kind of low. Oh, mercy, mercy me.
That's it.
This is one of the greatest back cover photos.
Look at the coat.
He got the shaft. Got the shaft. Long.
Bad mother, shut your mouth.
Yep.
Coat.
It's Marvin in the backyard wearing a raincoat during a rainstorm. This is an album of a man who is crying, and the sky is crying.
It wasn't what we are used to seeing from Motown. You know, because you guys had the charm school and the etiquette school, and everybody was clean cut and pretty.
He was doing Marvin. He was doing his thing, man.
Was Marvin Gaye looking into the world of, you know, it just felt like an overcast day and looking into darkness in a way.
It fit that time, it fits today. Years later, you know.
I felt like we were coming into our own.
Man, we were the way we were dancing, black folks were getting down.
The bowls are back. Applebee's Irresistibles, all just $8.99.
You can't stop smiling. And why even try? You just turned a dream into something official. You're proud. You're relieved. You're kind of parched. Because you stopped saying maybe and started yelling yes. You damned the torpedoes, forded the Rubicon, and now it's time to conquer Rome, or retail, or whatever. Start your business and keep it running with LegalZoom. Let's make it official.
You want to see something all electric? We're driving it everywhere. We are Generation E. Ultium. It's a battery that charges fast. It has more energy than me. We want smart, clean, and safe. And powerful. The electric future starts now.
This is a big deal. Now at healthcare.gov, millions more people can afford health coverage. Due to the COVID relief law, you can pay less with financial help. In fact, 4 out of 5 customers can get a plan for under $10 a month. From doctor visits to preventive services to prescription drugs, these are quality plans. You can do this. You can have coverage as soon as June 1st if you sign up now at healthcare.gov.
I've been on Noom for 4 months and I've lost 19 pounds.
Noom made me realize that I never really learned how to eat right.
This doesn't feel restrictive. It feels like a true lifestyle change.
Visit Noom.com and lose the weight for good.
How did the Republican Party
This is America, 1,000 points of light.
go from this
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
to this? Exploiting religion,
This war is for the soul of America.
suppressing votes.
Millions removed from the voter rolls.
CNN's Fareed Zakaria explores
Our country will be destroyed.
a radical rebellion, the transformation of the GOP, Sunday at 8.
This academic year has been challenging, but I think there's so much success to celebrate.
It's been a year like no other.
Yet, for educators across California, the care, compassion, and teaching has never stopped.
Addressing their unique needs.
And providing a safe learning environment students could count on.
Join us in honoring the work of educators. Together, we will build a better California for all of us.
For over 50 years, Mancini Sleep World has been honored to bring Bay Area residents the comfort and sleep they deserve. To thank our valued customers, we're offering a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase of $6.99 or more during our anniversary mattress sale. Our wide selection is available with free white glove delivery at 34 convenient locations so you can try it before you buy it. You can also purchase online, by phone with a sleep consultant, or by private in-store appointments. Visit us at sleepworld.com.
The Story of Late Night, Sundays at 9.
Hey baby, what you know good? I'm just getting back what you knew I would.
You could say that could be the zenith of black music.
When will it end?
Why did you say the zenith of black music?
The world we live in then, you know, is black power. Soul Train.
Sexy.
We were just so beautiful.
Sexy.
We were just so beautiful.
We were feeling ourselves.
We were. And the way we dressed, the way we were dancing.
Yeah.
Man, we were, the way we were dancing, we would get, black folks were getting down.
I felt like we were coming into our own after the civil rights movement, right?
Marvin was telling us what was going on. Like, he had an antenna. This album came out in 1971. I was a sophomore in high school. John Dewey High School in Coney Island. And in the library, they had turntables. So if you bought an album, they had headphones. You could put the album on and listen to it on headphones. And so I would cut class to listen to this album. This mojo right here, timeless, timeless.
How much do you think it was influenced by his brother's involvement in Vietnam?
Marvin was getting a first-hand account of Vietnam from his brother. But then Marvin's in Detroit, the Big D. He's seen the Bloods come back on heroin, handicapped, or in coffins. The song What's Happening, Brother, that's from someone who just came back to the world. They called U.S. the world.
Hey baby, what you know good? I'm just getting back what you knew I would.
War is hell. When will it end?
When will people start getting together again? Things will get better. The newspaper print.
This had to have influence on you.
Yeah.
Because your movies are about this. Inner City Blues, that's a Spike Lee joint.
Crime is increasing. Trigger happy policing.
You listen to Marvin Gaye, this album right here, he's singing to you.
So he was singing to you then, because you're using in the Five Bloods.
Yes. And this film was about Bloods who were returning to Vietnam 50 years later.
You use this a cappella version.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah, Father,
My
Father.
ears like blew up. And I knew exactly the scene where it would go.
Oh, but who are they to judge us? Simply 'cause our hair is long.
African Americans at the height of the Vietnam War, as soon as you graduated, they snatch your black ass up, send you to boot camp, and before you snap your fingers, your ass is in the jungle, halfway around the world. And we were sent to the front.
I remember seeing the Vietnam War, and my cousins, my uncles, they came home, heroin, angel dust. Then people weren't saying, oh, how do we help our brothers on heroin? They were shunned.
Shunned.
They were outcasts.
Outcasts. When these soldiers hear that song, they're saying in their mind, Marvin wrote this for me. Marvin wrote this for me. Marvin's singing the gospel to me.
Picket lights, picket sight, punish me with brutality.
We hear it even with young folks now.
It's one of the anthems. What's Going On is a protest song. There's a great history of Lady Sings the Blues. Strange Fruit. Protest song.
Strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees.
She's talking about black people being lynched in the streets around America.
Pastoral scene.
It was unheard of for her to have that kind of song out and for people to embrace that kind of song, especially white people.
Is there some lesson? Is there some connection?
Marvin was doing the same thing, except it was how many years later? He was living in his truth. He was telling his truth, and truth is hard to tell.
Strange fruit hanging from the
You won a Golden Globe for playing Billie Holiday. What do you think the similarities do you see between Marvin Gaye and a woman like Billie Holiday?
It was revelatory. I think it was revelatory then. I think it is revelatory now. It was revelatory when I was young listening to it.
So you listened to this album growing up?
Yeah, of course. But I wasn't super aware of the lyrics. It wasn't until I got older until I heard, and actually one of my favorite songs on the album, it is my favorite song on the album, which is Save the Children.
Really cares who's willing to try.
It's a journey, you know what I mean? And when you realize what he's saying, it's sort of like we cannot continue down this path. This is a path of destruction.
Save the world, save the babies, save the kids, save the children, yeah.
The album covered so much ground. It was representative of not just what was happening with the various soldiers that had fought in the Vietnam War, but the people that were dealing with things in life. You know, the song, what is it, Flying High?
Flying High in the Friendly Skies.
Yeah.
That was about drug, heroin.
Yeah.
Flying high in the friendly sky. Flying high.
The whole drug thing happened. And, you know, there was the depression that happened, and it's just a deep thing.
Ironically enough, Marvin's addiction is ultimately what sort of did him in and ravished his mind. So that song alone is prescient about his own personal life.
I'm hooked, my friend. Don't punish me with brutality.
What do you think Marvin would think about what's going on?
So you can see, oh, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on.
I shouldn't be going out there with pepper spray and a taser just to keep myself safe for preaching that my life matters.
On an all-new episode of United Shades of America.
We are telling them what's best for us in their response to the violence.
We're talking about protesting in America.
It's ridiculous that veterans have to try to protect their fellow citizens from law enforcement officers in this country.
Don't stop now, because if you give up this energy, nothing will change.
United Shades of America with W. Kamau Bell, Sunday at 10 on CNN.
Don't burn down the duplex. Terminex.
You're unbelievable.
Applebee's Irresistibles are back. Dig in for just $8.99.
The new Samsung Galaxy S21.
This looks different.
It is.
Show me.
Just hit record. See that? You're filming in 8K. That's cinema quality.
So...
You can pull photos straight from video.
Impressive. But will it last the whole trip?
You'll have battery all day. And then more.
This is different.
Told you.
Hi, sis.
You're late.
Fashionably late.
We cannot be late.
There's a road right there. That's a cat. We just hold Maddie's headpiece.
Seriously?
His name is Whiskers.
What happened to you? Whose cat is that?
It's a long story.
Oh my gosh.
Whiskers! There you are!
The Subaru Crosstrek, the adventurous SUV for adventurous people. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Finding new routes to reach your customers and new ways for them to reach you is what business is all about. It's what the United States Postal Service has always been about. So as your business changes, we're changing with it, with e-commerce that runs at the speed of now. Next day and 2-day shipping nationwide, same-day shipping across town, returns right from the doorstep, and deliveries 7 days a week. It's a whole new world out there. Let's not keep it waiting.
This is our block, our place, our people. Our block is just like yours, full of the people who shaped you. Yours, full of the people who shaped you. They all deserve care and access to the vaccine, no matter their dress, income, or skin color. Not having a ride to get the vaccine can't be the reason you don't get it. You want to help? Donate a ride today.
With Allstate, drivers who switched saved over $700. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Allstate. Click or call to switch today.
Closed captioning brought to you by 1-800-PET-MEDS. Call or visit petmeds.com to save big today.
Rely on the experts at 1-800-PET-MEDS for the same medications as the vet, but for less, with fast free shipping. Visit petmeds.com today.
I wanna know what's going on, baby.
I asked him, do you think about doing another What's Going On? And he said he didn't feel that he was in the right mental state to do that.
I've gone through 3 years of pretty rough times, and it's been difficult to hold up many times. I felt like I'm doing some just crazy things. And the only way you can get these feelings off is to put it in your music.
As a black man, he represented a full spectrum of what we have in terms of interests, that we're not just the sexualized version that you want us to be.
But you know, I've seen you on stage when you're like singing Pretty Wings and women are throwing their panties up on the stage and like, ah, Maxwell, ah! How do you feel when people say, you know, Maxwell, modern day Marvin Gaye?
I'm very complimented by it. I model a lot of what I was trying to do in my early days and even most of my life now around him. He gave you something to look up to, something to want to become and to embody.
I loved his direction. I was inspired by what he wrote. It's sort of emotional to talk about it because I had seen him earlier that year, and he called me on stage, and we hugged him. And I said, how you feel? He said, oh man, I'm just tired. And that was the last time, unfortunately, that I saw him.
He was in turmoil before he died.
He struggled privately.
His dad was always in conflict with him.
You never talked about him?
No, I wish we had. I wish we had.
Rest of the folks are tired and weary.
He started doing drugs a little heavier, and he started hearing voices, and he kept talking about he didn't want to live anymore. He wanted to go.
I go to the place where danger awaits me.
I remember being in the park and hearing it on the radio in the middle of a song, and they announced his death, and everybody was just floored.
Soul singer Marvin Gaye was shot to death yesterday.
Marvin Gaye Sr. booked on suspicion of murder in the death of his son.
And have laid their bodies down. Yeah.
What an epitaph, to be killed the day before your birthday by the man who sired you.
And it's bound to forsake me.
I know he's at peace and he's at rest.
Join the spirit to become one.
I think his name will live on and on and on and on.
This is our learning ground.
I'm always going to remember the time that I learned what not to play and when not to play.
And then we can rejoice.
I was so amazed to play with him on his last tour.
Goodbye.
Hopefully every year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years there will be another version of What's Going On by another artist.
There's far too many of you dying.
I love Michael McDonald's version of it. John Legend did the whole album live.
What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Woo.
All the neo soul guys, D'Angelo, Maxwell. You hear people like Miguel. I think Marvin is the most influential male vocalist of the last 50 years in terms of anybody who's doing anything that involves soul music.
When you look at like all of the records that are coming out that have a very social justice feel to them, you can always point to Marvin first.
We're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round.
Rise Up, that's from a prayer. It was the first time I was really questioning in my life if this was supposed to be what I was supposed to do. I could not think of a better way for this song to be supported, for it to be celebrated, than to be adopted by the Black Lives Matter movement.
Father, Father, we don't need to escalate.
This song had never had a music video, which is insane because it's probably one of the most profound songs in history. I really wanted to use my voice. I really wanted to say something. I wanted to speak.
I just want to ask the question, who really cares?
When this musician you look up to is all of a sudden confronting you with these intense questions, you have to respond to that.
Brother, brother, brother.
25, it's going to be a black male and a white.
We really needed to show the racial discrimination going on today.
You know we've got to find our way.
We wanted to talk about our children, the kids that are being killed by these mass shootings. The voices of the young people, especially that year in 2019 and 2018, there was a lot of young people angry. The healthcare crisis is probably like one of my biggest issues with the U.S. And then the Flint, Michigan water crisis. It's so close to Detroit, so close to the home of Motown, it felt only right.
The question of what is going on, it unfortunately hasn't gone away.
Your dad was a wedding singer. Did he sing like Marvin Gaye around the house?
100%.
Father, Father.
When he pulled out the What's Going On album, that was when I was like, oh, who's this? It wasn't until this past year where I truly lived this. It wasn't until this past year where I truly listened to the entire record, the entire album from front to back.
What was the inspiration for you to record What's Going On?
It happened when I went out to a protest here in Nashville after George Floyd was killed. I went home, picked the guitar up, and started strumming through it. And immediately I just started crying. Marvin Gaye, he already wrote this song 50 years ago, and nobody listened. No one heard it. It was, at that moment, it hurt. It hurt to sing those words.
So you can see.
I think the next generation has the power to absolutely change this world because they don't give a damn. They see something that's wrong and they point it out. And that is our purpose.
Black people have awoken in a way we ain't never seen before, not in my lifetime.
It is up to us to get it right, to fix it.
People, we all gotta come together.
You get really sick of being tired, and you get very sad about being sick, and you get very upset about being angry. And at some point, something has to give, and I think creatively he gave us that opportunity to sort of like let loose.
We have to sing about it, we have to pray about it, we have to figure it out, but the question doesn't go away, the music doesn't go away.
I wish he could have known the way that we love him right now with this record. The way that we love him right now with this record.
Imagine that, from conception to the greatest album, your most favorite album of all time.
Of all time.
There's a lot of hits came out of Motown, but only one What's Going On.
Mother,
Only one of those. And only one Marvin Gaye.
brother, there's far too many of you.
Marvin's voice doesn't go away. Again and again and again and again, we keep asking ourselves what's going on.
To bring some loving here today. Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Picket lines and picket signs.
Hey, Lily, I need a new wireless plan for my business, but all of my employees need something different.
Oh, we can help with that. Okay, imagine this, your mover, Rob. He's on the scene and needs a plan with a mobile hotspot. We cut to downtown. Your sales rep, Lisa, has to send some files, like ASAP.
So basically, I can pick the right plan for each employee.
Yeah, I should have just led with that.
With AT&T Business, you can pick the best plan for each employee and only pay for the features they need.
Mornings were made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis. When considering another treatment, ask about Xeljanz, a pill for adults with moderate to